So, it has been a while. 6 months to be exact. I haven't done a video in 6 months. It's been very, well, let's just say, this is an update. A lot has gone on, a lot has transpired, and I'm really excited to tell everybody about it. But before I get started, I just want to wish everybody a very happy new year. I hope everybody had an amazing Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, Christmaka, Hanamas, whatever you choose to celebrate it. I hope it was amazing, and I hope you get everything on your wish list. So, yeah. Okay. All right, well, let's dive in, shall we? So I love my protons. You guys have been amazing. You guys are always so patient, waiting for me to post new stuff. And I want to let everybody know what has transpired in the last 6 months. So the last video I did was in July of 2016. And it was around the 4th of July. So this is, I think we're honing in on like 6 months exactly. Yeah, 6 months exactly. Well, during the summer, we had a really great summer, but it was also the summer of change. And by that I mean my son not transpired, that's stupid, was transitioning from junior high into high school. And for those that don't know, I'm not ashamed of this. I love him. I love him. I am an autism parent. My son is 14. He was diagnosed about 11 years ago when he was 3. And he has been our tour guide through our journey with autism. And he's been awesome, and we love him. He's great. He was having a little bit of difficulty transitioning from junior high into high school. So that's really where everything kind of started. So we, how my son's school is set up is that he is in a public school setting, but he is also in a self-contained class. So it's him and 5 other children. Typically it's boys. So they're only allowed to have 6 kids to 3 teachers. So the ratio, the student-teacher ratio has to be 2 to 1. So that's actually awesome. That's actually one of the main reasons why we stay in this crazy expensive county, because the school system is, legit. It's amazing. So that happened. He started school in September, and we had a lot of transition issues. We had a little bit of a behavioral problem, and honestly, that was really kind of the first thing that happened. He was acting out, he was having temper tantrums, and a temper tantrum here and there is not to be, unexpected from my child, but he's typically an easygoing kid. He's like, do what you have to do in order to get your breaks, in order to get your rewards, and he'll do that. He's, we never really had an issue with that. And we were just having all kinds of transition situation problems, and that was really kind of the bulk of what kind of kept me from doing videos. Also, we got that situated, we got it under control, towards the end of, it really kind of took the whole the whole end of 2016, like from September to really December, kind of took him that long to kind of transition fully. He's in a good place, he feels comfortable. So he's doing really, really well. We went to see the pediatrician, we've changed and adjusted medicine, and we started new ones, which really help his anxiety. I'm not a disbeliever in anxiety at all. I have issues with it myself. However, I'm one of those people that does not like to medicate, or maybe medicate's not the right word. I don't like to over-medicate if I don't see it's necessary, but he was at a point where we just couldn't help him without it, and he needed it. So I'm happy we did it, but he's doing really, really well now. Like, really well. Everything is going really well. I'm really proud of him. He stuck it out. He's being really awesome. So that's him. So he's doing really good. Another reason why I kind of stopped doing videos was that I was really dealing with some health issues. Right before, I think one of my last videos I did, actually it might have been the very last video, was kind of a ramble about being diagnosed with diabetes. And that hasn't changed. Still have diabetes, but my attitude towards it has changed a lot. I think more than anything, I was really mad at myself. Just so angry. Because I'm like, how did I let it get to this point? Like, I don't get it. Like, I thought I was doing things in a, I guess, controlled manner, you know? I was, like, not overindulging, or so I thought. I was, you know, trying to be better about not eating or drinking things that had, like, high fructose corn syrup in them, so I would drink and eat things that had real sugar in it, which I realize now was probably, either way, I think it would have happened either way. So I was dealing with that, and I was having a really hard time dealing with that. And it's gotten better. I'm not going to say that it's like fully, you know, I've come to at peace with it. It's gotten better. I think it's just a process. It's a learning process. And that's still where I kind of am now. I'm still in a learning process. I'm not beating myself up as much. And again, that's a learning process. I'm still trying to learn how to deal with my feelings that have nothing to do with food. That's where it gets you. That's where it gets me, not everybody else. This is just for me. But that's really the issue that I have, is really trying to pay attention more to the triggers that make me want to eat. And not just eat like regular, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner. The triggers that make me want to overeat. And make me want to eat food that's like really terrible for me. And so that's where we are with the diabetes. Still a work in progress, still taking my medication, trying to eat better. I know I would really get it under control if I could just get my butt out of bed at 5 a.m. and go to the gym. But that's really, that's not happening either. But I think it's starting to get to that point where it's going to start getting easier to do. So there's that. Okay, so the biggest thing that has happened is that we've moved. Again. Well, not again. When I started doing videos, we were living in a townhome with my sister, and we now have a 2-bedroom apartment. It's just me, my boys, I mean my husband and my son, so it's just the 3 of us. And my sister has her own space in a different locale, and that has been really interesting. Let me tell you how this all transpired. So August of last year, I go to my landlord's house at the time to pay rent, and he says to me, "Hey, I want to renovate the house. Do you think you guys can, you know, clear out for 2 months while I renovate?" I'm like, "Are you kidding?" He's like, "No, I'm not kidding. I need you and all your belongings to get out of the house for 2 months so I can renovate the house." Oh, what is happening? You don't understand what is happening. And right now I don't understand what happened to my phone. There we go. Found it. Oh, sorry. Spoogers. So he's like, "Yeah, do you mind moving out for 2 months?" I'm like, okay. First of all, asking anybody to move out of a home that they are currently renting from you for 2 months so that you can renovate, I think is complete crap. Because if you have plans to renovate, that also means you have plans to raise the rent or sell the place. So I was like, I had said to him, I was like, You are asking me to move out all of my belongings and my child and everybody before school starts. This was like the month before school started. I was like, I can't do that in a month. And I was like, and number two, now, given if he had actually said something to me like in May and said, hey, would you guys, this is my plan, I want to do these renovations, can you guys vacate for the summer, let me get them done, and then before school starts, move back in. Had he done it that way, there still might have been a chance we would still be living where we are, but I'm not going to lie, this guy is a Class A douchebag. He has absolutely no scruples. He's the worst landlord I have ever dealt with, and I've dealt with my fair share. He was awful. Anyway, fast forward, I tell my sister and my husband this, and my sister and I just kind of say out loud, you know, let's just move. Because we're at the point where we just need to get out of here. We've lived in this house for like 3 years. It's beyond repair. There was black mold. There was a leak. There was a leak in the bathtub that would leak into the living room. We made several different attempts to fix it. He knew this. We told him several different times that he needed to fix it. His whole thing was like, okay, well let me redo your bathroom. And we're like, that's all well and good, but you need to be able to do it in a weekend. Like, if they were just going to replace the bathtub, which is really what they needed to do, that would have been a weekend job at most. We could have survived, could have gone to my mom's house for the weekend. It would have been fine. But no. Anyway, long story short, like, there was a list of all the stuff that we needed to get fixed, and he was just like, could care less. This is pretty much what it boiled down to. So when I talked to him that night, I said, you know, you want us to move out for 2 months. I mean, what makes you think we're going to want to come back? He goes, well, if you want to come back, you don't have to come back. So I'm basically, I'm sitting here thinking he wants us out, but he doesn't want to say he wants us out because he doesn't want to be out of the money. So anyway, I talked to my sister. We both agreed, you know, it's just the point where we just need to leave. We can't, there's no dealing with him. He's the worst landlord we've ever dealt with. So let's just cut our losses and move on. So I said to her, do you want me to find another place where the 4 of us can live, or do you want to find your own place? Because like a year and a half prior, she's been talking about this for a year and a half, and she's like, you know, when we you know, part ways, I want to have my own place. And I'm like, okay, fine, no problem. So I said to her, you know, I said what I said. I was like, do you want me to find a place for the 4 of us, or do you want just, you know, find your own place and we'll find our own place? Basically, it boiled down to, she's like, if you find a place that's suitable for the 3 of you, I'm good. I will find my own place. Worst case scenario, I'll just move in with Mom. I'm like, okay, all right, that's what we're going to do. So I do my due diligence. I go look at places. I talk to landlords, and I found a really great place. Really great place. 2-bedroom condo, really great area, really great, you know, community, and really great building. It's a really great place. So I'm like, this is perfect. The rent is good, it's appropriate, it's something that me and my husband can afford by ourselves. So, and it's still in my son's school district, so perfect. This is perfect. And I feel like, you know, it was God's hand that really got this whole thing happening. So we moved, and I tell my sister that we have a new place, and she was a little taken aback because she was like, oh, I didn't realize this was happening now. I was like, what do you mean? You didn't realize this was happening now? Of course this is happening now. We need to get out of here because this man is crazy. I don't want to live in this man's house anymore. I want to move on. I want to have my own life and do my own stuff. I don't want to deal with his crap anymore. So, get everything together. Moving day. We're, you know, getting our stuff together to move. All is going well. My sister has her own place situated, and, you know, it was frustrating, and it was overwhelming, and it was emotional, because it is. It just, you know, when you lived with somebody for, you know, I lived with my sister when I was an adult for 10, 12 years. We lived together for a really long time.